People are absolutely fascinated with the RCMP. They want to know what they do, how they do it, and why they do it. And I think that we offer a great venue to be able to tell those stories.
If it's RCMP, we've got it. We collect going all the way through to the present day. Our collection is very eclectic.
A lot of interest is now in Dépôt and F Division and how that ties in with Canada and the Northwest Mounted Police. We're trying to build, and we're looking forward to building even more as we go on.
Our role is to accept pieces into the collection, catalog them, sort them, tag them, move them around so that they will be passed on to the next generation and hopefully the generation and the generation after that.
There is no other police force in the world like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the breadth and depth of what they do is remarkable unto itself. They cover vast areas of this country in ways that no other police force can do. They are the iconic symbol of Canada.
People recognize that ceremonial uniform, and when they come to Canada, they want to, picture with a Mountie. They want to see that in action because they saw that and they thought it was so cool, and maybe it helped them want to travel to Canada or even move here.
When kids come in here, they want to say, where are the Mounties? Where are the Mounties? But they love the history. Like, they love to hear about the March West. They love to hear about the trading posts. But they also love to hear about what Mounties are doing now and their current role in policing.
Our main role is to collect and preserve and tell the story of the RCMP through the artifacts, photographs, video and audio that we have in the collection. One of the things with history is the history is there, but it is always being interpreted from another angle and from a different point of view. So we're trying to put the history out there, start the conversation, but be aware that that point of view can shift and change, and so the exhibits have to sort of shift and change with it.
People are starting to be like, oh, what happened in the 70s and 80s? Like, oh, and when women joined the RCMP, or the first member was able to wear a turban. And so all of that new history is starting to come back up and be of interest, and you're seeing a lot of requests for that as well.
I think the RCMP Heritage Centre has a role to help tell some of the stories with our Indigenous communities, our Indigenous friends. There are moments of great pride and national celebration, and with it too, as with all areas of our history and our past, comes collective grief and sadness. So we have a role and a responsibility to tell these stories from many different perspectives, including the RCMP perspective and the Indigenous community perspective as well.
We're evolving just even more Indigenous programming. Even for Saskatchewan Day, we're getting Indigenous dancers, storytellers. We're hosting the Trial of Louis Riel. We have a whole virtual tour surrounded between the Métis and the Northwest Mounted Police. We do a lot of holiday programming as well. We try and incorporate Dépôt and F Division in those families, so try and make a lot of family-friendly events for them to come and celebrate together. Also, we get feedback from teachers of what they want to see, what is in the curriculum that we don't offer, and we take that and we try and apply it as best as possible to the theming that we have here so that they get the most out of it when they come for a visit or a virtual tour.
Artifacts come to us in a lot of different ways. Sometimes people call us ahead and say, I know you're never going to be interested in our old spike belt, but would you take this because we don't know what to do with it? We are really trying right now to build our collection to tell the story of modern policing, what we are doing currently, so that we can build displays that my successors can then have a large collection that will show what policing today, what policing in 2021 is like, and that 50 years from now we'll have a good solid collection to base those exhibits on. Even if they think something is an object that we would not be interested in at all, put those thoughts aside and call us anyway.
It is such a privilege to be able to be in this position, and I am so inspired by the fact that we could make this a national museum and get greater profile across Canada and around the world, and that means guaranteed funding in order to keep this place evolving as well and changing out the exhibits and bringing this into the next generational museum, which means the use of technology, more stories, showcasing more members across this country.